And welcome back to more God of War. Alright, welcome to my personal hell, that is the foothills. This is the reason why it's personal hell. Instant, elite mode, a shitload of poison, and just unbearable pieces of shit in this fight. Every time, you fucking live to it. You poison orbs, and you got bullshit everywhere. Not the greatest. Ever. So you got Quetzalcoatls. I also don't remember the good goddess of harvest. Might have been Sif. Could be wrong. And fucking health burst. Very low. How many is there? There's 3 on the top. There's more. Yeah, they just rain down on you. And guess what? If you don't pay attention, that happens. I'm also trying to look at how many. There's a lot of deaths in this episode. Evident by the fact that I can see 2 fast forwards. The big one is this one, and the small one, I believe, is the part coming to... Oh, no, that's a troll. Never mind. That's a troll fight. Or, no, the ogre fight, excuse me. Is that troll? No, yeah, troll. One of the fucking 2. I'm also just standing here looking at these assholes like, what you fucking gonna do about it? Because for some reason, the AI just didn't do jack shit. I don't know why. Just stood there and looked at each other. Quetzalcoatl just crit. Because, you know, I'm fucking going into elite mode, cause all your attacks to break shield. So if you aren't smart, well, you're fucking dead. I forget how many times I got close to actually, like, beating everyone and then just eating ass last second. Because, oh hey, I did a poor execution. Oh, that one constitutes as well because, oh hey, I fucked up. Dead. So, you know, it's just total ass. But it's, to me, like, at this point, especially if I get up to the fucking room, spoilers, there's a boss fight with 2 trolls
follow me.
in a fucking observatory that I can't wait to just rage my nuts off, because Lord knows how long that's gonna take. And I know I'm probably going to be smart about the magic of editing, because Lord knows that. What I'll do is probably fast forward parts of that, or clip off the episode and then just, or stop recording up to that point and then re-record it so that the data doesn't get corrupted. Because I'll tell you some funny things. I don't know if I mentioned it or if I have been getting into Apex a lot more, and I've actually been doing pretty good on the consoles. I can't do it on PC because my 960 and the equipment I'm using actually has some slight issues at the moment, which is very unfortunate because all of the clips that I have on my computer, if I'm not actually using the headset, unfortunately, what the hell is it? It takes the sound into the headphones, so I'm not getting it via the monitor. Sorry, I don't like thinking when I say home screen, but that's not right. I'm not getting it from the monitor. I was like, I use this. Watch out! Because how the hell am I supposed to get the guys up? Also, that happened too, where I just took 3 hits. It was either like 2 or 3 hits, and I just all hits done. All's what I needed to just croak. But yeah, so I guess what happens with Apex is that there's just some unfortunate issues where, oh hey, you know, we don't have the luxury of being able to get what I need. So if I don't use my headset for its main purpose, which is the microphone, I'm able to get sound and video. Or, excuse me, sound. What happens is, if I do, I get nothing. So it's all just muted. Which I guess is kind of fine, but not really, so it doesn't matter. And I'm not really affected by it in the way how I would feel, because it's like, it's, it's sound. Like, most people who fucking do, their so-called machinima video, or, excuse me, their fun, compilations, whatnot, they do it without the sound, if memory serves me right. Or they kind of do, they kind of don't, who knows. Like, I don't know whether or not, like, the reaction you want or not. But there are, like, some cool things that do happen, and there are some, like, funny tidbits that just, and some unfortunate things. There are some times, too, where I just want to have the, I know there's a compilation I want where it's, where I just call it, the greatest second place ever, and shit like that. Or, so close but not close enough, sort of deal. Just like a joking type of thing where it's just like, oh yeah, we're down to the final 2 squads and watch us choke to death on our own fucking idiocy. Because I'll give you some of those, and I've also get like some good champion moments. I've got some good kill champion moments. I've got some like, missing champion moments where, because I am the, the main proprietor of the video, what happens is that you don't see the final kill happen because I'm off trying to not die, because here's the fun thing about me. I'm the son of a bitch who initiates fights, for the most part. Or I'm the son of a bitch who goes in second when the fight does get initiated from the first shot, and then move in to do fucking damage. So yeah, it's pretty hilarious. And there's like some fun things where it's just like, oh yeah, because of the way how, like, the game plays out, there are just some like, oh hey, these kind of moments are hilarious, because there are also some hilarious things that happen during our games where we've been averaging out, let's go with, is some matches take 15 minutes, 15, 16, and some matches take 20, because we're trying to play, for some people it's cowardice, because, we're not going actively out there, but for other ideals, it's because, we're waiting, we're being opportunists. We're waiting for someone to make the mistake, and it does happen. Some people do make a mistake, and then guess what happens? Either A, they lose, or B, we lose. Because they're all the way better kitted out. There's also some favorites of mine. Yeah, 11 shitty deaths, to be quite honest. There are also some favorite moments where I would actually, tweet to whoever that does the fucking compilations. I want to tweet a match at them, and I will mill it down to...
I'm still fixing that! Stupid head chief. Tell me what's wrong with you!
And a bunch of, the timers that they need for it. Because I will honestly love to tweet them, like, a top 10 moment, which I think will be perfect, which is the hell is it? The decoy that, the decoy heard around the world. Because I'd also have to, like, give them the context behind the match where we dropped artillery. And I died artillery. Our buddy DC, our rando DC'd at artillery.
Follow me, address.
My friend playing Mirage was still in the was still in the ring at the time, and because we dropped artillery, we had to go all the way to the eastern side of water treatment if you're facing it north from if you're in the water, which would be west. So it's the little buildings near the airspace near not airs. Repulsor, south of Repulsor, southwest of Repulsor, which are those little buildings that don't have the zip line attached to them. Oh no, well, it's not from Repulsor. Like, it's the southern watchtower from where Repulsor is, where that zip line is. So that zip line that connects to the little buildings near water treatment, all the way to Watchtower, to the southern Watchtower near Repulsor. The circle was near there, and we're all the way at artillery. He rezzed me. Fuck, where the hell did he res me?
I can't tell. Are we getting closer to the mountain?
We are.
Because I'm trying to think of all the air spaces that we had to go to. And we had to get there, so he goes from redeploy to redeploy, getting out of the air, out of the circle. And he actually gets me, and he reses me. We get out of the circle. I swap out one of my weapons. I forget the hell I had. But I will tell you that at the end game, I had a Spitfire. And what had happened, and it was just the two of us, and there's 3 squads left in those that little hold up in the building.
There.
I'm Bloodhound, he's Mirage. Mirage, my friend, triggers the decoy to go. The Bloodhound, the enemy Bloodhound there, out of I don't know, X amount of squads, because I don't remember who had the hell had what, goes after said decoy. The other team shoots said decoy, and a fight ensues. I see the legendary Bloodhound in front of me. I try and get the fuck out of there. I ult. I go the long way to try and flank him. I kill 2 people who were outside of the... who just happened to be there. One dude with no HP, and the other dude on the ground. Oops. Another dude dies from the Bloodhound himself. Oh shit. My friend distracts said Bloodhound. The Bloodhound retreats. I find said Bloodhound, kill him with the Spitfire, and we win. Whoops. Shit happens. And yeah, I still fucking hate witches, banshees, whatever the fuck you wanna call them. They are still shit. And I'm laughing here too. I'm like, oh god, wasn't this supposed to be the elf thing? Nope, forgot. It's still the fucking I forgot that it's that fucking ogre fight. Because the dogs there are assholes. But it's weird because here's the one thing I love about ogres in this game. You can counter everything they do, so long as you can. If anything red shows up, get the fuck out of the way. Also, this almost bummed me the fuck. Excuse me. Almost bummed me the fuck out because I got sick all the way back here, but luckily I didn't have to kill everything again. Yeah. Thank Christ. But I also forgot too that, oh hey, you know, if I go and do all this other shit, I always forget that, oh yeah, chests are whatever the term is, even though I went the wrong way as well, and since I don't have the actual, because I need the kids to upgrade with the bow in order to actually do that. I don't remember when the hell I skipped over that. Which is very stupid of me anyway. But, like, you need the kid's bow in order for you to trigger those red pieces of fucking crystal. Or whatever the fuck they're called. So in order for you to do that, you need that, and yada yada yada. So there's a lot of like Metroidvania shenanigans where you have to like
Can't
backtrack
tell.
to find
Are
shit.
we getting
So
closer to the mountain?
We are.
it's unfortunate, but hey, it happens. But anyway, yeah, going back to Apex.
Focus up.
Slowly I've been getting better at like where trajectory and all that other shit works and how the guns are supposed to work. I'm still learning that I shouldn't be given the Kraber at all. Scout is, you know, the G7 Scout is fine. Longbow, not so much, depending on how well I can do with the scout, with the longbow itself. But yeah, triple take is fun. Because we refer to hip firing the triple take as grandpa sniping. Because there was that 56-year-old man who wasn't playing Gibraltar. Was he playing Caustic? Who the hell was he playing? But the old man's got the triple take and just fucking decks 3 kids just by hip firing the triple take. I had something in similar fashion to that when I was playing Gibraltar, where I just hip fired a triple take on, you know, 3 squads at airbase, and then just, you know, subsequently 5 seconds later died. Hilarious, yes, but it happened. I downed a whole squad because of that, so. Was he playing? I'm also starting to think, was he playing Bloodhound? That might have made sense, but. Anyway, I mean, that game is. You need a squaddy. You need a squaddy. Because sometimes. Plus, we're also like learning to like slowly how to like deal with loot priority, what we're supposed to do for some guns. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, the whole idea of like doing the loot shit, like you know, it's like, oh, you know, you don't want to play Loot Simulator, and all these people like fucking bitch and moan about like things, but this I think is more on PC than PS4 because we do you know, it's like sometimes we have to do technical shit where we don't want to. The reason why we, you know, don't have many kills in some scenarios is because like we're trying not necessarily to avoid conflict, we're trying not to get shot up by 3 other squads in the long run, because sometimes that happened. And there was one game I had where we fucking all this like dumb shit happened, and
Do you think for this last leg up the mountain that maybe I can carry it?
we had a third of the
She meant more to me than you anyway.
members of
I just meant I spent more time with you. You were off hunting.
It would serve you to stop talking.
what the hell is it? A third of the server, which is like 60 people. Like we had 20 kills between the 3 of us. But somehow, like, I got 12, but, you know, the hilarious bit is that, yes, you know, people are like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, the guns are so good, yeah. But, like, impartial to, like, why the gun becomes good sometimes is because of shit like barrel stabilizers and stocks and, you know, like, good fucking equipment and shit like that. No. Well, I mean, mag sometimes, only just because, like, there's a big difference between what you need. You know, there's a big difference between 18 and 30 in a clip. And I'm gonna tell you, 30 helps when you have to deal with purple armored bastards. But we've, like, come up with a system as to, okay, here's what we do. Here are the guns that we know are really good for us because we know them so well. EVA 8. Sometimes the Wingman, G7 Scout is cool, R99, R301, the M600 Spitfire is really good. Sometimes we say that the Devotion or the Havoc is also good too, but we need, yeah, I got, that's the worst death I think I've ever taken because I just got spit roasted by 2 wolves pretty much. They pretty much just gangbanged me into the corner with a goddamn explosive barrel behind me. Hilarious. Anyway, yeah, but we know to keep to a system like, okay, these are what we need. It's just like, we try and like always ping out like, oh hey, you know, there's a gray stabilizer here, there's a blue stabilizer, there's a purple or gold here, because we're trying to be like, alright, yeah, we know that these always help sometimes. sometimes, oh hey, we get a digital threat, which helps for some of us. I play a lot of Bloodhound because I like to, in the sense of things, like the L1 ability slightly sometimes can get you killed. The tracking is sometimes is helpful in a sense because, oh shit, if I get, I could tell them like, oh hey, we're not alone at this moment because there have been, there's people here, or there's been a fight here like 20 seconds ago. I mean, it lasts a minute, but at least we'll, it's like playing fucking Spirit Detective, where it's like, oh hey, look, this here, here, and here. Alright, so we know these assholes are there, we know these assholes are around the corner from us, most likely. And it's really neat in this sense that, because, it's really neat because it helps who we play as. My friend plays Pathfinder a lot, because Pathfinder is fun. To him anyway. And I love how the kid's just like looking around like, fuck. What was that about now? Catches him right in the fucking eye. Oh no, he didn't catch him in the eye? I love how he swung that and just decimated him in the fucking head.
Father?
We got company. Five of them, and Kratos just looks behind him like, ah, fuck.
Ready yourself.
We're gonna need to ready ourselves a little bit more than that. Yeah, like this shit. I don't know how the hell I was able to sweep that, but pretty much everything you could just counter on that, idiot. And it just works. Anyway, we always only get a sound system, like we always try and tell ourselves, like, okay, these are like our high priority items. If we can't find them, we'll try and do our best to make sure that we'll, we can the enemy by trying to catch them off guard, try and do shit to them. Because there was this old joke that I remember reading about, which is like the best, the quickest way of looting is other bodies. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. But you also have to like take into consideration like where shit is, like what do you do? Like sometimes I'm pretty quick about being able to loot. Yeah, and I just let myself die like an idiot there. So I know like, okay, get shield batteries, shield cells, medkits, syringes, any and all of the attachments. If you find a gun that you like the R99, the R301, or any of the above shit that I mentioned, grab them, place together weapons that you're going to be using less of in the fight. Like, in all of the combats that I play, or all of the fights that I play in, there's some interesting things where I don't actually keep shit like a G7 Scout. Actually, I don't even keep any of the snipers on me because I've actually been treating the game much like Rainbow Six Siege. Which may sound very odd, in all honesty, but I think it was Rogue9, I think his name is, someone who I'm subscribed to because I haven't played much of it now, but I intend to, in the near future, to play more Rainbow Six Siege because I actually enjoy that game. But the idea was that, oh hey, you treat the idea of the kill ranges, so to speak, where he mentions like the range of death in Rainbow Six Siege is something like 10-15 meters, I want to say. So, or at least in I think in pro play that's where it is, where the idea is that you're going to be in a lot more close quarters combat than you think. So, having shit like LMGs or semi-automatic, like, fucking big-ass rifles, like, say, the 416, the M14 EBR, shit like those guns, the one Dokubi has, it's like, it's not the best, so to speak. like, it's not the best idea to have. So, like, are shotguns preferred? Not necessarily. Yeah, four doesn't have a little fucking short span. So, yeah. But, I mean, like, that's the idea, was, like, I was treating it as, you know, like Rainbow Six Siege, where, you know, the meters between me and my opponent are going to be short. So I'd rather have small caliber rifles like the Hemlock or the R301, because that makes more sense to me. Like, I know that I'm going to be in these close quarters combat, so I'd rather have shit like the Prowler, the R99, Alternator if I have to. Alternator can be good sometimes, damn it. Or even the RE45, depending on how shit my luck is. But that's only in the beginning. Also, yes, the Mozambique is trash. Let's not ever forget that. I hope one day it gets a proper, you know, buff. And you know what I wish it was? That the damage was 50. 1. Because then the balancing would make sense. So 17 damage per shot would really work out well. Alright, in the next episode we do some crazy shit. So remember to always stay alpha, always play your games on the highest difficulty, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out, y'all.
Whoa. I can see why Mom wanted us to bring her here.
Indeed.